Hello, welcome back to the weekly Ouroboros. Let's see, what do we have going on for you guys? Took a little minute to get to the other ones, but I had to do a little late night runs here. But yeah, let's continue doing this. We got two down. I don't know how many more I am going to do. We'll just see how it comes out. But yeah, so let's see here. For you who's watching this weekly Ouroboros is for you. Let's see what your first card. Oh no. Caution. Be careful. Uh-oh. Let's get to it. Let's see what's really going down. So, aracnafaria, right? Aracnafaria represents looking tempting, okay? Looking promising, but hidden motives. Hence the Black Widow. It's like, oh, it's just a black spider until it turns over and you see the red mark on it, and now you know that it's a deadly black spider. You know what I mean? There's hidden motives here. So, someone could be pretending to want you or to do something or something like that, and you're being advised to be cautious about it. Okay? Because it's not as pleasant or happy as you may think. There's hidden motives here, there's hidden intentions, and it's usually in a negative sense. But we will see the other cards around because this is either how you view someone or how they view you currently. You know what I mean? So let's see here. Alright. Let's pull some cards. Two of Swords. Trying to make a choice. Indecisive. Peace and harmony. So maybe this is how someone views you. They view you as this arachnifera. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, that one's like, ooh, careful. Cause she looks very gorgeous, sexy, attractive, intriguing. Like she looks very tempting. But again, there's caution. You know, there's caution to be had. And I think there's something with the top part here, which we'll read the card in a little bit. I just kind of want to get first. Ooh, death. Someone could literally try to kill you right now, or want to kill you, or give you some sort of disease or infection. Okay? So before you jump into anything, make sure you get everything checked and stuff like that. Next card. Oh yeah, Tower. This is big. Divine looks like they're going to be here to step in to maybe prevent things from happening. Okay. This is fucking crazy. Whoa, the devil? This is very bad energy. Okay? This is not okay. There is something there's something off. There's something very, very, very off right now with this. Then we have a Page of Cups. So this may be like the approach. Very new and lighthearted and hey, hi, how's it going? Friendly, you know what I mean? Keep your guards up. Ten of Wands. Yeah, there's some weighing you down. Someone that will hold you back, will weigh you down, stop you from being what it is you're supposed to be doing. Yikes. The Fool. Don't be foolish. Now usually the Fool's positive, yeah, take the leap, go for the chance, but I wouldn't recommend that in this situation. There is some real caution to be had here. Eight of Swords. Okay. This is in your head. You're thinking the absolute very worst. Is this true? Two of Swords at the bottom. What the fuck is going on here, bro? Alright. Here, we'll do it this way so you can see the book and everything while I read. A fairy framed in red feathers stands coolly in front of a window, the moon gently lighting the back of her head like a soft halo. At first glance, you might think she is here to help or befriend you, but think again. If you look closer, you will see the spiders crawling around their mistress. Look once more and you will notice her necklace, resembling one of her 8-legged minions. This is someone that has a lot of people that would like do stuff for them. Okay. Where are we at? At first glance, look once more, her necklace with minions. Alright. The Spider Queen's dress resembles a web in which we may easily become tangled. Her wings are blood red, like the redback spiders that crawl within her lair. It is only natural for us to be cautious when we are greeted with the unknown. This fairy may be beautiful, but poison runs through her veins. This is a time, therefore, to find out what you are dealing with before making a decision. If you have drawn this card, caution is required since rushing into something could result in a bad or even dangerous outcome. If you are considering investing funds, signing contracts, or trusting others with something you hold dear, then a little extra research would be worthwhile. We all need to be cautious at times. Although our modern problems may not be as perilous as facing a venomous spider, they could cause disruption within everyday life. When this card turns up, prevention would certainly make more sense than cure. Wow. I don't even know how to even start to go about this. Like, at all. This is crazy. You have this. The next card is the death card. Okay? Like, the next is death. This is an ending. Absolute 100% guaranteed ending. Alright? Then we have a tower, destruction, revulsion, demolition. You know, like, just very destructive, chaotic, like it's destroying a tower. This is a dragon that is destroying a tower. Okay. Then we're followed by the devil card. The devil, self-enslavement, self-entrapment, manipulation, control, abuse, addictions. You know what I mean? Like, this is crazy. Who are you for, though? That's the thing. This is nuts. This is nuts. I never had these cards come up in a combo like this. This is crazy. Now, after this intense, massive 3 major arcana energy, we have a Page of Cups. What? New love, friendship, joy, happiness, message, good news, luck. And then we have 10 of Wands right after it. Okay. Weighed down, burdened, stuck, over encumbered. carrying on more than that we can handle. Followed by the Fool card. This is being foolish, being immature, not being aware of your surroundings. Okay? What are the surroundings? She looks like she's on a ledge, like an open window that you could kind of go through. 1. There's spiders. 2. Okay? Dressed very promiscuous and everything. 3. Red hair. I know social norms with red hair usually means either demon time, heartbreak, okay? Either or, not really that good of energies, you know? This could be a water sign. Maybe they have their hair dyed, a strip of some sort of color, okay? Scorpion energy, Capricorn energy, Aries energy. All right. And then we have 8 of Swords. It's like self-imprisonment, trapped in the head mentally. This also would be a no card as well for yes or no questions. If you were going to think of one, don't even waste your time. I wouldn't. Not with this. No card. Is this person going to kill me? No. But it's still not very, ideal to pursue, I would say. Now, I have to get more cards to try to understand what's really going on, and I'm going to read through all of these cards as well so that you have a better understanding instead of just me going off my own. And maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll find something in it to help out with like stuff, but as of right now, not looking very good. Some real like danger around. Bottom, eternal bond. Whoa. Okay. So that kind of changes things, but that's where it came from. It started from an eternal bond, something really deep to something very like deadly. Eternal bond, unconditional love. Okay. So, the overall of the energies, right? 2 unicorns stand beneath the night sky. The tips of their horns light a pool of water, and the curious foal tests the waters with his hoof. Watching the youngest every move, the mare stands over him protectively. A shooting star can be seen in the distance. To love unconditionally is to expect nothing in return. The mare in this card wants only for her foal to be healthy, safe, and happy. It is natural for most parents to feel this way about a child, but it is not only biological mothers and fathers who experience compassion of others, of compassion or offers their love freely in this kind of way. We are all capable of loving without limits. If you have drawn this card, then you might be the recipient of unconditional care, perhaps from a parent, partner, or friend. If so, then it will confirm their feelings. However, eternal bond will sometimes arrive when relationships are being tested too. It is often important to remember how much you love someone when things are not going as planned, as well as when all is filled with joy. While this card does not suggest staying within a relationship that is making you unhappy, it does suggest that you don't give up at the first sign of trouble. As a sign in your reading, it might simply be advising that you remember why this person is in your life and how much you love them despite current differences. So this is crazy. Overall energy, Two of Swords, okay, for the what's going on here, right? This is like, how do you read this, bro? This is insane. So Two of Swords, all right. Friendship, including possible reconciliation with an old enemy, shows the way forward. Often the most fruitful partnerships are those based upon underlining conflict, because that way all the angles are covered. Whereas like minded people can simply reinforce each other's prejudices and only later discover their limitations in the wider world. In reversed, an old enemy or rival offers a truce, but they are not being completely honest. Falsehood and duplicity are suggested by this card, and someone will let you down. Tread carefully. Have several escape routes planned. So, again, with this caution, I don't know who you are and what you're thinking about going towards in anything, but you're advised to put a death and end to that situation. Now, spirit source is going to come in, okay? But it might actually be this one coming in to disrupt something as well. Okay. But we're gonna get into it. This is gonna take a little bit, so just bear with me. So the death card, right? What the frig, bro? This is crazy. Chance, loss, upheaval, renewal. Few people relish the appearance of death, but it is rarely a warning of physical death. This unlucky 13th card can represent calamity and endings, but mostly it signifies fresh beginnings, for which something has to give way. The card signifies the passage from one stage of life to another, which may involve sacrifice and pain, but there is no other way to renewal. All right. Upright. This card represents a creative revolution or transformation of life, probably involving the loss of friendly family or business connections, but only as the prelude to a fresh and rewarding phase of life. In physical health, it can warn of a potential crisis if you pay no attention to warning signs. But this card is more usually concerned with spiritual health and the need for periodic renewal to avoid stagnation. Now, in reverse, the reverse death card is bad news, but rarely is its message catastrophic. It warns of lethality in inertia and resilience to change, leading to exhaustion and standstills. Clinging too much to the past can lead to an inability to adapt to change conditions. Beware of becoming a caricature of your old self. I've said these words completely wrong. I know that. So, for me, all my cards are upright. Okay. So, I'm reading both aspects of it, and I'm gonna go over the bad aspect first, because that's kind of what kind of like hit first, only because aracnafaria. All right. Um, you gotta be careful. This situation is like very, it's like very very big. or it's very important. So you might have like the ultimate of like resistance and attack towards the fresh start of the situation. Okay. The Tower. All right. So shock, revolution, lost, uncertainty. The Tower of Stifle, outmodeled belief, is toppled by the dragon of repressed natural instincts. The falling figures represents the plunge into confusion that comes with the shattering of long-held convictions. They also reflect Adam and Eve cast out of Eden into the mortal world, having for the first time to feed and clothe themselves, or children being cast out of their home. Upright. Without warning, the old order breaks down and chaos breaks loose. Upheaval, betrayal, and failure all threaten to shake your self belief. This is a common card for people facing the challenges of midlife, although love can create similar havoc at any age, as can politics, war, and business. Such revolutions always lead to clearer understanding in the long term, however. And in reverse, the shock is considerably lessened, but still remains great and flexible. Character and patience to withstand. Be open to change and a reevaluation of your ideals, but keep those roots firmly cling to the remaining certainties of your life. Friends prove their worth in times like this, but beware of imposing too much on their patience. Alright. Then we have the Devil. Now, is this going to be a thing? It might be a thing. Okay, so we'll just... Oh, man. So, temptation, obsession, lust, delusion, entrapment. Like the Death and Hangman cards to the uninitiated, the devil is far less ominous than he first appears. However, his arrival in the reading does warn of the very real danger of being led astray by false lights, empty promises, or shallow pleasures. Enslavement of one sort or another is threatened by the devil, who often comes in the most seductive of guises, but you can choose how you respond to his advances. Upright. Whether or not you are fully conscious of it, you or someone in close proximity are already bound to some self destructive attachment that can only end in tears. It is time to listen to your own inner voice of wisdom, and a way out will soon become clear. The misfortune threatened by this card is not a force of nature, but a consequence of choice. In reverse, the reverse card signifies the end of an ill-started period of delusion, when it's time to crawl from the ruins and begin again. There is still some danger, but if you listen to the promptings of the angel on one shoulder and ignore the devil on the other, you can find renewal. Okay. Then we have the Page of Cups. Gets a little bit lighter. Page of Cups Page of Cups is the ideal student, patient, receptive, docile, and eager to learn. Often the card represents the need for such an attitude if you are to progress. There are times for assertion and times for humility, and this is one of them. It represents another person. It means someone nearby is willing to learn from you, although they may be too shy to ask. In reverse, this card represents an unwillingness to accept responsibility, as fickleness, childishness, and self-absorption are masked as obedience. Such people can flatter others into taking them on, but will be unable to live up to the expectations they rise. Ten of Wands, bit less. Quite a bit less. Exertion threatens as you try to juggle the conflicting demands of work and family. Try to step back and recognize your life in a more practical and realistic way, rather than just struggling on hopelessly against the tide of demands. Something has to give, and it need not necessarily be you. Reverse. Difficulties and intrigues block your way when this card is reversed. You are likely to feel let down by someone you have trusted, although possibly this is your own fault for having abused their trust in the past. It is time to rethink the direction of your life. Back to the Fool. Carelessness, flivvery, immaturity, spontaneity. The Fool represents the wide optimism of youth, rushing into adventures with no thought of the consequences. Although this impulsiveness often leads to disaster, especially in mature people who should know better, it is what makes the world turn. The dragonet snapping at the Fool's foot symbolizes his caution conscious, warning him not to get too carried away and fall off the edge. Upright, a new beginning with fresh adventures ahead, although there is a very real danger of it all going horribly wrong. The bag on the Fool's shoulder represents natural talents that he could employ usefully if he took the trouble to open the bag, but he generally doesn't. For wild optimism, this card is a warning to try to temper enthusiasm with a little more common sense. For premised, it suggests lightening up a little. In reverse, this is an unlucky warning of immediate disaster, unless the person it refers to pulls themselves together and starts acting responsibly. All the Fool's worst qualities of fickleness and lack of commitment are about to demand a heavy price. His confidence will prove hollow. And then the Eight of Swords. Now, like, I'm hoping when we do the angel cards that we get like angel of past issues, so that this would represent maybe like a past kind of situation, action thing that kind of occurred and stuff that maybe backfired. But I highly doubt it. Let's be realistic here. This is not looking very promising at all. Upright. Criticism, blame, or possible illness frustrate your plans and require patience to overcome. Judgment is tired and test at times like this, but it is important to remember that there is no better way to test the value of your beliefs, especially if you have the humility to adapt them to reality. In reverse, a calamity of accident threatens to derail your plans. all you can do in this situation is check any insurance documents you have and prepare to be tested to the limits, bearing in mind that whatever doesn't break you only makes you stronger. Above all, don't panic. So, now that we have a general understanding, so now we're both, or we're all, because it could be more than just one person, on the same page with this, right? You have caution, right? You have aracnafaria coming in here looking very promising and innocent, things like that, but there's hidden motives here. This energy then goes through some sort of death and transformation of rebirth and then starts anew. This then triggers major change. Everything that has been built up to this point gets destroyed, and whatever is left is what you have left to build with to continue and push forward. What do I mean continue push forward? With the Fool card, this new beginning, okay? Starting from scratch. House just burnt down, right? Big fire explosion, house burns down. The last bit of your belongings you're able to get, and then just yourself with your pet or your child or whatever, and that's all you have. Everything else is gone, okay? So, caution. Now, we have the devil. So, because this is two people with the devil, and then we have the Page of Wands, and then we have this representing someone or something temptation-wise coming to that may have hidden motives. This could be a relationship type of thing that you may be heading into or about to head into. And what I'm getting for here is to be cautious and considerate and realistic of all things. Okay? Because anything in here that kind of goes off balance, right, or gets overlooked could have a major consequence. All right? So let's say you're about to enter this relationship here. This relationship that you enter in here, we'll say it's a forbidden love kind of thing, right? Something forbidden. Not allowed to do. You've been warned not to do it by peers, by family, by source, by everything, yet you still tend to do it. Why? Because you're enthusiastic, you're optimistic, you're the fool, blah, 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 blah. In doing so, once you take that step and you start doing this, there literally is no going back, period, to anything. All right? Because everything will be gone, destroyed. The people, the connections, the support, the friends, the family, the money, whatever, all this stuff that you had, if you take this step, will all be gone. Okay? So it will literally be nothing but a very fresh slate and moving forward wise. So you kind of have no other option but to see it all the way through. Okay? With Devil card, all right, because it's aracnafaria, and I feel like there's a lot more upside down representation here, this may be not as you could have spirit and stuff come in here to finally get you broken free from, these addiction, these toxic traits and things and stuff like that, would start some sort of a new type of healing and representation here, okay? Which will help you then put down things that are burdening you and holding you back, that have been holding you back for a long time from taking this leap towards this new beginning here that you've been stuck in your head about for quite a long time. All right? So, absolute change, absolute new start. Everything old goes away. There is no room for error, self-enslavement, addictions, lies, manipulation, none of that stuff. All that stuff is gone. How is that gone? Page of Wands, Page of Cups, Ten of Wands. Okay? Page of Cups, what was it? What did it say? Like fickleness, right? Being fickle. On page. Where was it? Where are you? Unwillingness to accept responsibility. No room for that. Fickleness, childness, no room for that. Self-absorption, no room for that. And there's no masking these things as obedience. If you're being false and you're being lying and cheating, you're thinking about plotting or sneaking or creeping or this and that, it's not going to work. Okay? Fickleness, childness, and self-absorption are masked as obedience. Such people can flatter others into taking them on, but will be unable to live up to its expectations. They rise. Okay? So, it's like, this is like the real deal. Okay? Like the really, really real deal. Alright? This is going from, like, I like to, and let's keep the relationship dynamic. It's just kind of easier to like explain like what I'm feeling right here. Okay, I'm getting, you take like high school puppy love and you throw it into marriage, twins, maybe even triplets, pregnant with triplets, no money, kicked out on your own, shipped across the planet. So it's like, it's literally you, that person, to fend for yourselves with everything. Okay? There is no going back to this and that. You did the forbidden thing. You broke all the laws, all the rules. You went against all the stuff right there. All that's gone. All that's destroyed. Now, again, all of that was very much needed for this because the capacity of potential with here. Okay? Death card, Fool card. Death card, Fool card. Okay? It's like, and with the devil, it represents breaking free from the old ways of thinking, old ways of going of life, spiritual beliefs, everything. Like this whole structure, your whole existence and everything you know is crumbled and ripped and torn away because you want to go towards this thing. It's not saying that you necessarily fail. That's not here. That is going to guarantee be a failure and not work out. We would have different cards like, 3 of swords and 10 of swords and things like that if that were the case. It's just saying that there is no room for bullshit. It will not be tolerated. Okay? And it's like Hunger Games. You're forced to pair with this person from this district and you're put into this scenario where it's up to you to survive this entire thing. Only once you get through this entire trial, test, tribulation, and everything like that you're going to be put through to make sure all this stuff is solved. The addictions, the lies, manipulation, to make sure all false things are gone, to make sure that anything that is like holding them back or poisonous there is dead and gone, to make sure that you are, being open and honest and not hiding behind anything in order to put down the burdens, financial struggles, abilities, and things and stuff like that. Like, the payout is well worth it. It's just, it's like, it really is go time. Like, it's really best put forward. It's really putting all effort and everything into here. And you're being told and asked to be cautious about it. Take it seriously. Okay? And don't get trapped into your head that it's not possible to achieve, because it is. It's just caution. Now, what I get with this as well is like, even with like, this could be, and I'm kind of getting this right now. So it's like, you could get into this relationship with this person that has a child as well. You know what I mean? And that child is their world, their everything. So if anything, the slightest fraction of hair or anything is harmed on that child, you will pretty much be killed. Like, it's not a game. It's like real shit. It's real joke. Like, it's not a joke. It's real shit. It's like really real. It's go time. So before you take that full final step to this thing, okay, make sure you have no more burdens. Make sure you have all the manipulation and bullshit and self-sacrificing and addiction behavior out of your system. Okay, make sure you're not like the fake mask and like people pleasing, all that stuff is gone. All right, because it's everything's being stripped away. Okay, everything will immediately be stripped away and come to an end so that this new beginning thing will and can start. All right, now Thursday, death card, transformation. So it's like you're already in the cocoon as a caterpillar. Like the transformation has already taken place. So it's like you've already kind of taken this step. All right. What's next is the tower, the shedding of the cocoon, the revealing of the wings, and the ability to like fly and move. Now, you have gone from being crawling on the ground and dealing with everything on the ground and going through all that stuff right there. Understanding how to move, protect, and guide through this type of world. You know that like certain land animals, things are dangerous and this and that and this and that. Okay. You know about, paying attention from things coming and swooping down here. Cool. Once you break out of here and you can fly on your own, now that stuff from the ground kind of gets like released. You know what I mean? Like you become more visible. So like you attract more possible enemies and things and stuff to kind of attack there. Not to mention you have this freedom and mobility to fly. So now you are even getting into the range of different type of like birds or like drones or things that are also flying in the air and stuff like that that you didn't have to worry about before. Okay, that you have to take consideration as well. It's a shock. There's a shock factor here. Whole new world. This also can be like a complete end to your old life in stepping into a very high level new existence. Entertainment business, the devil card. Okay, no more just working like 9 to 5, like even your money wise and everything, paycheck to paycheck stuff, that's gone. Now you're getting, this real kind of like money, gold. We're dealing with gold here. You know what I mean? Not just paper, not just like, you know what I mean? So, and it's a lot, but it is very good news. It is exciting. It's fresh. It's rejuvenating. You are the ideal student. You are the perfect one to be able to learn and to adapt to these things and stuff like that as well. Okay. At the same time, you are going to have people that you know or that you trust or that you've always maybe wanted to talk to or that you always maybe seen from a distance and far, now coming up close and in person and trying to intervene and offer you and distract you from all this other stuff. You know what I mean? So you have to be aware of this kind of stuff. And they're going to come at you looking like this. You know what I mean? Underneath the facade, there's all of this, especially this. Okay? So, be prepared. Be cautious. Make sure you are absolutely 100% sure in doing this situation and everything before you do it. This also could be a thing where you like completely switch your belief or your religion and all this stuff as well. So there's consequences and karmas and things and stuff like that as well that can occur here. So now let's bring it down and talk about the weeks. Thursday, death card. You're transforming. You could be very bedridden, tired, sleepy, headaches, things, stuff like this. These are things going on. Why? Because you are getting prepared for this new version of yourself that's going to be evolved. Why is it going to be evolved? Because it's time. Spirit is coming in here, source is coming in here and disrupting the old version of you so that nothing was left. This will force you to break free from any old addictions and old habits, self-sacrificing, people pleasing, all that's gone. All that's going to be ripped away because all that stuff is burdening and holding you back and fatiguing you and keeping you stuck. All right? You're going to feel very light, very free, very full, like you can accomplish and do anything. This is true, but be cautious and careful of the real immediate dangers in the environment that will be around you, this new environment that you're in. Okay, you could be moving from one country to a whole other country. It's a whole entire different system living. It's not the same rights. Like, you can't go to Nigeria and start recording people, you know what I mean, and talking about exercising my First Amendment. They will punch you in the face. They can decapitate you, sell you on the market. You know what I mean? They don't play by the same rules. It's not the same thing. It's not the same game. That old game is gone. You feel me? All right. So there's that. And you have to, most importantly, master this overthinking energy. There is no more time for this. There's no more time for hesitations, overthinking, getting stuck in your head, self-doubt, loathing. There's no more room for any of that. You won't be able to do that. Doing that could be very dangerous and catastrophic. Okay? Could be very bad. And it can bring predators towards you if you're not sharp-witted. Okay? Think of Taken. She goes to a whole different country and stuff, and then she gets kidnapped and then put into like drug trafficking and things and stuff like that because her not being aware of the full surroundings and stuff. Luckily, Pops was like, badass and not the one like mess with. Cool. That's not everyone's story. Okay? So, now, Two of Swords. Okay? This could be a past person that has put you through the absolute most, that you completely sworn off and disconnect and everything and stuff like that, that could be leading you to this stuff. Okay? How is that even good or possible? Because this one. And I'm getting the chill, so now I'm on the right path. Because you and this person have gone through the worst of each other in things, okay? First, you now get to tap into the best of things, okay? But because you have already gone through the worst of things, okay, there should be no more need to go back to that stuff. And I actually do feel like that will be kind of cut off. Like, how did it phrase it? Hold on. What was it? Two of Swords? Yeah. So the Two of Swords. So friendship, including possible reconciliation with an old enemy, shows the way forward. Often the most fruitful partnerships are those based upon underlying conflicts, because that way all the angles are covered. So it's like, if you can't handle it at my worst and you can't handle it at my best, it's like you handled each other's at like the worst, or maybe they handled you at your worst. So now you may have to deal with handling them at their worst. And there is no backing down from that, because in you doing this step, which you've already started and in the process of doing, it destroys the foundation that you left from. So it's like you jump off the ground to go grab onto this bar. The ground, after you leave it, then crumbles and disappears. So there is no missing this bar. You miss this bar, you plummet to your death, basically. Okay. So you have to put everything into grabbing this. And then once you are grabbing this, you have to then embody and endure whatever you need to until you get to the landing, the safety part, in flight of doing so. Yeah, cool. So that's what I'm feeling with this. Angel cards. Let's see what angels are kind of here the strongest at the moment to help with this whole situation. First one, Angel of Soulmates. Do I need to say anything else? Right? So we're understanding the severity. We're understanding the intensity, the magneticness of it, the severity, the realness, the beyond worlds. We had that, right? We had beyond worlds, the eternal bond, the unconditional love, soulmates, accepting me in my good, accepting me in my worst, locked in till the end, right? Or until the end and beyond when it comes to soulmate with eternal bond. So, this is like you going from like friends to enemies to married 100 years. You know what I mean? Like it's the final thing. This will be the rest of this journey part together with your soulmate. So it is not a game. It is not to be fucked with. You not to be fucked with, them not to be fucked with, theirs not to be fucked with, yours not to be fucked with, because it's real. Okay, this reminds me of that old meme where it's like you had that chick walk in, that cartoon like sketch where you had the chick walk, like they had the chick in the room with like the dude and the chick, and like she blew the brains out the dude and was pointing the gun at the chick ready to blow the brains out. Like, it's not a game. There's no room for being immature. There's no more games. There's no more jokes and ha-has and hee-hees. It's time to grow the fuck up. It's time to get serious. It's time to get real. This is a very serious and intense thing. You have aracnafaria. You have the death card. You have the tower card. You have the devil card. It's not a game. You have the fool card. It's not a joke. Okay? Don't take it lightly. Angel of wisdom. Okay? You have the inner wisdom to achieve and be successful in this. Okay? Eight of Swords. Okay, and I'll get to Eight of Swords, and then the Two of Swords. Two of Swords. Again, this is like that person that probably did like the most stuff to you. You know what I mean? Or like really like broke you down. But they only broke you down so that you could kind of grow. You were stuck in your cocoon shell thing, in the tree, chilling safe and hidden and from all dangers, below and above and everything almost, very minimum consequences. And then they came and cracked it open and you were exposed. You can't go back into the shell now. So you have to now deal with this new lifestyle that you will be heading towards. Yous as in you and this soulmate. Angel of past lives. Right. Past lives. What do I mean by past lives? Like actual past lives. gold statues, Buddhism, Egyptian times. Like we have those, I think this is like Greek stuff. You know what I mean? Like, so it's the like whole scale. It's that like super fantasy novel, soulmate, twin flame kind of like thing that has manifested and become real and tangible. Okay. And you have Angel of Tranquility. So you have this foundation, you know, what was left from the destruction, the things that were built the right way, that you now can always resort to kind of filter out and heal within, because it's going to be a battle, you know, constantly going to be attacked and like poked at and try to separate, not even only by the people that you know and been around you here, by newer people, okay, and then by the newer people that become older people, and then like the next 2 generations of newer people that came from the previous older generations of people. You know, what do I mean by this? So, all right, boom. You and the 328 people that you know tightly secure in your life up to this age right here, whether you're 30, 36, 24, whatever age is like what you are. So this entire life experience that you have known, that has been your home, that has been your everything here, is like on the scale from like here to like here, is like right here. There's these newer people that you meet, and then there's these new people that you meet that will then grow and become 20 years friends, family, associates thing, that you then also would detach and grow from, to then find newer people and then growing with that. Okay, lower class to middle class, and then from middle class to high class. Okay, there's like the whole dynamic that you'll be going through in here. This is what I get from this. I feel like it's literally that serious and intense. Okay, Angel of Past Lives, Angel of Soulmates, Angel of Wisdoms, the Tower, the Death card, the Devil card, the Fool card. It's 4 major arcanas. Okay, so this is exciting. Congratulations, but understand that it's like literally go time. Like it's really that time to, you know, do that. So now that you watch this and you understand the severity of it, you are aware of how actually serious this stuff is, and I kind of feel like your heart's beating a little crazy, because like mine is. Here's the key. Unconditional love. What really is unconditional love? It's no condition. No matter how bad you hurt me, no matter how bad you betray me, no matter how much you love me, no matter how much you do for me, there's a set, never changing, understanding, solid respect that is held. Okay? That doesn't go away. And you need to learn how to match that if you're not part of that. And if this is what you're bringing, then they need to learn how to match that. Okay? True, real, unconditional love. What is that? There is no conditions. It's you, it's them, and it's you's existing. It's not about money. It's not about this, the things, goes. It doesn't matter if yous are super rich, wealthy. It doesn't matter if you're super poor, broke. That depends on how yous move. Yous will be stuck and locked and staying together in all of it. Okay? Especially if there's the marriage thing and you say yes to that. This is probably a person that will never give you that divorce. There is no divorce. If I'm marrying you, then that's it. We're marrying you, and it just stays there. You know what I mean? There is no stepping out and being this and being that. There's no like that, because what happens if you do stuff like that? Really, really bad, crazy stuff. Okay? It's very possible. Like I said, the chick blowing out the cheating dude's brains and about to blow out the chick that, like, or dude coming home, blowing out the chick that's been cheating the brain, and I'm really about to take this innocent dude's life that was manipulated and swindled. No fucks given. Throw me in jail, I don't give a fuck type shit. Like, it's Scorpion energy. Scorpion energy? You serious? Capricorn energy? Come on. It's not a joke. So don't joke with it. At all. It's not a game. And I have a feeling because the Tower's here and because the Angel of Tranquility's here, whoever like did fuck up and do some shit like that, and the person that does do the violent crime and stuff, they're gonna get away with it. And you're gonna have to look at them knowing that they did that. Love. Not Love, Joe. You, TV show You, with Joe and Love. How they like the whole marriage thing, killed it. They know they're killers and things and stuff like that. Like it's like that. Perfect example. Like it's real shit. No joke. Okay. Yous will be able to be your absolute darkest with each other. Yous will be able to be your absolute lightest with each other. Okay? It's always going to be matched and in unison. So it's how do you really want this to go? Do you want to do this whole Bonnie and Clyde thing and go out that way? Because that's a thing that could like happen here. Or do you want to do like a, opposite of that, whatever that would be? I don't know. I don't really think of no like examples. Good example, Will Smith, Jaden Smith, with the entanglement and threesome and things, still being married, still you know what I mean? Like there is no separating. It's like you're going to have to deal with all these things. So it's like, how do you want this, new locked in journey with each other to go? It's up to yous. So be cautious and careful on how you go about and doing stuff. I'm not seeing like an 8. Oh yeah, 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands. It's a twin flame card as well. Okay. These 2 wands make the third. Here's the Page of Wands. There's that third wand. Okay. And 4 of Swords. Rest. Peace. Okay. This is something that you also will be your most vulnerable with. You know what I mean? You'll be able to be completely relaxed and guards down and stuff right there because it's locked in, it's solid. Sun card. In the end. But it's not a game. You know what I mean? Take it seriously. And that is what I have for you guys. I hope this helped. An hour? Are you kidding me, bro? All right. But yeah, this is what I have for you, who this may contain to or use. I hope this helped, and I hope this kind of got y'all ready for this. Go for the gold. It's real gold. $5 worth 50. That's a profit.